Hey friends, welcome back to Reading with Sam. I'm going to show you all the books that I read in 2025. It's only a few because I picked up reading back in August. I took about a month off. I was in a reading slump here in like October, November time. Like half of October, probably all of November, and some of December. Did not pick a book back up until probably a couple weeks ago. So probably like a 2-month reading slump. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 books that I have read in 2025, and let's get into them. They're not in any particular order. So I'm just going to take what's on top and we're going to talk about it. Her Soul for Revenge. It is part of a trilogy. Such a good dark romance. If you are into dark romance, I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. I love Juniper and Zane. They are my babies. I need to read the 3rd book in the trilogy, but this is so good. The first book is about a girl who is like, goes back to her hometown, and they're trying to get her into this cult, and she's into like all these spiritual demon hunting kind of things. And she ends up getting a book that she summons a demon and she doesn't realize it. And the second book is about 2 other people. So each book is about 2 main characters. And this one is about Juniper and Zane. And Juniper and Zane is the demon and Juniper is the human. Juniper was not in the cult, but her best friend's dad was the leader of the cult and literally took her there one night and tried to summon her to the god in the well. And then she ended up being able to run away. Juniper did. And as she's running away, Zane has been following her around. Long story short, her and Zane meet back up and are trying to kill the god in the well, and also trying to destroy this cult. Just like in the first book, they're also trying to destroy the cult. I don't know if you can hear it, but my neighbors upstairs are pounding. It's a daily thing. But 5 out of 5 stars. Good. Spicy. Definitely need to check this out if you have a chance. Hampton Heights. It is about some middle school boys who go on a paper route in Hampton Heights, and all these mysterious things are happening to them, and they are promised by their manager to get a Burger King dinner at the end of the night if they sell enough papers. This was a good book. Honestly, I almost DNF'd it. I did, I'm not gonna lie. The ending was good. And it's a short book. It is like way short. Like I should have finished this in one day and I didn't. It took me like a week to finish because I was not into it, but I was pushing through to finish it because it was like the first book I picked up to read again when I started reading and when I bought books from Barnes & Noble. And it wasn't it, but it can be it for someone else because it is a good, it does have a good storyline. It really does. For me, wasn't it. And I love me some horror, some mystery, some thriller, all of that. And this book had it. It just, storytelling was not for me. Hampton Heights, it got 1 star for me. The Woman in the Garden. This is about Dr. Rose and how she has this poisonous garden and on her rooftop of her apartment, and she is like looking through a telescope at her neighbors, and she can see them like through her telescope, and she notices this lady. She ends up becoming like friends with her, but she also stalks her kind of. So it's all in all, she ends up at the police office, and someone has destroyed her poisonous garden and someone has died, and they are blaming her because the person had died because of her poisonous garden. There was a plant in her garden that killed him, but it wasn't her. Anyways, long story short, it's really good. It takes you for some twists and turns, and I can't say much about this because if I do, I will give a lot away, and I do not want to do that. But just know it is a 4-star read. It is slow at first. I almost did DNF it. I was giving it to about chapter 10, and about chapter 4 it started picking up. Or actually, just kidding, about chapter 5 it started picking up, and I was like, okay, this is good. So, The Woman in the Garden. There is also a second book, and I need to pick it up so I can read it because I want to know what happened. The Troop. Let's talk about The Troop. Oh my gosh. This gave me nightmares. It is such a good read. It is about these Boy Scouts, and they are on this desert island. Well, no, it's not a desert island, but it's like an island off of their island. And they are on a trip for Boy Scouts, and some random sick, skinny man comes up on the island while they are there to soon find out that he has been infested with pesticide. With worms, and these pesticides are deadly. They make you sick, they make you hallucinate, they make you die. There are scientists doing research on these pesticides and giving them to people, and these boys are now part of the experiment. The ending though threw me off so much. I was like, wait, hold up, what? That is exactly how I was reacting. It was crazy. But I believe it's like 6 Boy Scouts and their scout leader, and all 6 boys go through something so traumatic, and these pesticides bring out so much harm and danger and mean and aggressiveness into these boys, and these boys are friends. Like, you know, they've known each other forever, and it just brings out the worst in them, and you get connected to the storyline. But the pesticides, I hate worms. Any pesticide worm, I hate. It is so creepy, crawly, and this gave me nightmares because of it. Sure did. All the good people here. I listened to this book on Spotify, and then I ran out of hours, and I had about like 10-15 chapters left, and I picked up the book, and oh my gosh, from listening to it to reading it, it was so good. So good. It is about Margaret, who is a reporter who moves back to her hometown. And while she is at her hometown, she is taking care of her uncle, who has come down with dementia, and it is getting worse and worse by the day. So he can remember her during the day, he can't remember her at night. And while she is there, there is a murder that happens. And it sounds just like the same murder that happened when she was a kid to her best friend. So she goes on this adventure of trying to figure out who murdered this little girl and what happens. They figure it out. I will say that. But the murder is not who you think it is. It's not who you think it is. And the ending, you're like, wow, whoa, is that really going to happen? Right now, what is happening? But it is a good book. It is give it a 4 out of 5 for me. Definitely. I'm just kidding. Give it a 5 out of 5. I love this book. I loved it so much. Middle of the Night was so good. It was so good. It is about this boy, Ethan, and his best friend when they were kids. They were camping outside in their backyard, in Ethan's backyard. And when Ethan woke up the next morning, Billy was gone. And then now Ethan is living back in his house. His parents have moved out. He is in his 30s. His parents have moved out, moved to Florida. And he is starting to get these feels that Billy is still around, that something's happening, and he doesn't know what is happening. And so he goes on a journey of trying to figure out what happened to Billy. And a lot of the characters either still live in his hometown or have come back to their hometown. And they all kind of talk about it. They all kind of get, try to feel of what happened that night, because the whole group hung out that night before they camped in Ethan's backyard, except for the older kids. They all went to the forest before that, and they were all in the forest, and they don't like to go, they're not supposed to go to the forest because there is a state hospital kind of thing out there. And yeah, so long story short, Billy goes missing. Ethan doesn't know why, and 30 years later figures out what happens. This was a good read. It was definitely a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Love, love, love. And then I did switch it up a bit. This is the last book in my pile right now, but I did switch it up. And I read Done and Dusted. It is a series. It is a cowboy series. It is cute. It is cheesy. It is cringy. And that is right up my alley when it comes to romances. If I'm just going to read straight romance, it's got to be cringy and it's got to be just, yeah. But anyways, this was good. I fell in love with all the characters. Like I said, it is a series. I have not read the other books. I believe I do have, I think the third book in the series. I don't have like all of them back to back. Still need to buy them. But this was a good read. I did go in a reading slump after I read this one. So there is that. But now I am reading The Farmhouse. Such a good book. I am like on chapter, I think like 24. So good. It is so good. I can't wait to talk about The Farmhouse with y'all. I will next time when I'm finished. That is all my books that I have read in 2025 from August to, let's say, what, October? November? Read 7 books. So not bad, not bad. I was reading like 2-3 books a month. And then, like I said, I went into a book slump. But yes, these are the books. They're good. Y'all should check them out. And if you have read them, let me know and let's talk about them, because I love, love, love talking about my books with other people. No one around me reads the same books that I do. I love mysteries and thrillers and psychological thrillers and dark romance. I will throw some regular romance, some cowboy romance in there every once in a while. If a book sounds good, I am probably going to read it. You know, I'm a girl that judges a book by its cover very hardly when I pick it out. And then I read the back and I'm like, this does sound good. This does sound good. But anywho, I'm going to end it there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And come back for more. There will be more videos this year. I promise. Okay, bye.